Sarah, a name that resonates with timeless strength and enduring grace. Her name echoes through the halls of history, a beacon of faith and resilience that has inspired countless generations. Sarah's life is a testament to the power of belief and the strength found in perseverance. She faced trials that would have broken many, yet she stood firm, her spirit unyielding. We remember her not just as Abraham's wife, but as a woman of strength and grace. Her partnership with Abraham was one of mutual respect and shared vision, a union that weathered the storms of life. Her story, woven into the fabric of the Bible, speaks to us across millennia. It is a narrative rich with lessons on faith, patience, and the rewards of unwavering trust in a higher power. Sarah's journey reminds us that faith is not the absence of doubt, but the courage to believe even when we cannot see. Her life was a series of leaps into the unknown, guided by a promise she held close to her heart. Sarah's life was a tapestry of joy and sorrow, of unwavering faith tested by human doubt. She experienced the full spectrum of human emotions, from the deepest despair to the highest joy, each moment shaping her into the woman we revere today. She faced infertility, societal pressures, and the uncertainties of a nomadic life. Each challenge was a crucible that forged her character, making her story one of the most compelling in the annals of history. Yet through it all, Sarah clung to the promise whispered by God. Her faith was her anchor, her guiding star in the darkest of nights. Hers is a story for every heart that has questioned, every soul that has sought, and every spirit that has dared to believe. Sarah's legacy is a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the face of insurmountable odds, faith and resilience can lead us to our promised land. Picture a young Sarah, her eyes bright with dreams, her heart filled with the melodies of her homeland. We meet her in the ancient city of Ur, a place steeped in tradition. Even as a young woman, Sarah possessed a rare beauty, but more importantly, she possessed a spirit touched by God. It was in this bustling city that she met Abram, a man chosen by God for a special purpose. Their love story, much like their faith journey, would be one of extraordinary challenges and even greater blessings. God spoke to Abram, a whisper that would change the course of history. It was not a thunderous proclamation, but a gentle, almost imperceptible murmur that carried the weight of destiny. In the stillness of the desert, where the sands seemed to stretch into infinity, Abram heard the divine call, "Go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you." These words, simple yet profound, demanded a leap of faith. Abram was asked to leave behind everything familiar, to step into the unknown, guided only by the promise of a land yet unseen. "And I will make of you a great nation," God continued, painting a vision of a future that seemed almost impossible. In the vast emptiness of the desert, the promise of a great nation seemed like a distant dream, a mirage shimmering on the horizon. "And I will bless you, and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing." These words echoed in Abram's heart, filling him with a sense of purpose and destiny. He was not just embarking on a personal journey, he was stepping into a role that would shape the future of generations, so that you will be a blessing. Genesis 12, 1-2. Abram, obedient to the divine call, left his home, his family, his past, and ventured into the unknown. By his side stood Sarah, his wife, his partner in this divine journey. Abram, obedient to the divine call, left his home, his family, his past, and ventured into the unknown. Together, they faced the vast expanse of the desert, their hearts filled with hope and trepidation. The journey was long and arduous, but their faith was unwavering. By his side stood Sarah, her heart echoing the promise, her spirit embracing the unknown. She was not just a passive companion, she was an active participant in this divine mission. Her strength and resilience were as vital as Abram's faith. Her heart echoing the promise, her spirit embracing the unknown. The promise was not just for Abram, it was for Sarah too. She would be the mother of nations, her descendants as countless as the stars, her spirit embracing the unknown. The promise was not just for Abram, it was for Sarah too. She would be the mother of nations, her descendants as countless as the stars. Yet years turned into a decade, and the promise seemed lost in the dust of their journeys. Sarah, her womb still barren, wrestled with doubt. Where was the fulfillment of God's word? Could she truly be a part of this grand plan? The seasons changed, the years passed, and still the promise seemed distant. Sarah's story is our story. It is a tale of human frailty, of moments when our faith wavers and we seek to take control of our destiny. Sarah, like many of us, faced the daunting challenge of waiting on a promise that seemed impossible. Her heart was heavy with the weight of unfulfilled dreams and the relentless passage of time. We are all Sarah in those moments when doubt clouds our faith, when the silence of waiting becomes unbearable, and we question if our prayers are heard. Sarah's struggle is a mirror reflecting our own battles with patience and trust. She felt the weight of time, the relentless ticking of the clock that seemed to mock her hopes. Each day that passed without a sign of fulfillment was a dagger to her spirit. The sting of societal expectations, the whispers and glances of those who doubted her worth. In a world that measured value by what one could produce, Sarah felt the sting of inadequacy, the ache of unfulfilled longing. Her heart ached for the child she had been promised, a promise that seemed to slip further away with each passing year. Couldn't God see her pain? Her tears were a silent plea, a cry for divine intervention. She wondered if her suffering was invisible to the heavens. Couldn't he hear her silent pleas? In the quiet moments of her despair, she questioned if her voice reached the ears of the Almighty. In her human understanding, Sarah sought to help God fulfill his promise. She believed that perhaps she needed to take action, to assist in the unfolding of the divine plan. She offered Hagar, her maidservant, to Abram, thinking that this would be the solution. It was a decision born out of desperation, a move to force the hand of fate, hoping to bring about God's plan through human means. But human solutions often lead to unforeseen consequences. This decision, born out of desperation and a flawed understanding of God's timing, would lead to heartache and turmoil within her own tent. The peace she sought was replaced with strife. Would lead to heartache and turmoil within her own tent. The peace she sought was replaced with strife. Sarah's story reminds us that faith requires patience, and that divine timing is often beyond our understanding. The birth of Ishmael was a mixture of joy and sorrow. Sarah, witnessing Hagar's pregnancy, likely felt a pang of envy mixed with relief. A child, even if not through her own womb, would carry on Abram's lineage. However, the arrival of Ishmael created new tensions. The dynamics within the family shifted, and Sarah, once a beacon of hope, found herself grappling with jealousy and resentment. Her story reminds us that, even in our moments of weakness, even when we make decisions that lead us astray, God's love remains. Section 6, Laughter and Tears, the Divine Encounter. Years later, the divine promise resurfaced, echoing with even greater certainty. God, appearing to Abraham, reaffirmed his covenant. Sarah, listening from within the tent, laughed. Could she, a woman past childbearing age, truly conceive and bear a son? Her laughter was not one of mockery but of disbelief, a human reaction to a promise that seemed impossible. Yet God, in his infinite grace and understanding, did not rebuke her. Instead, he affirmed his power, reminding Sarah that nothing, not even time, could hinder his plans. Section 7, Isaac, the promise fulfilled. And so, against all odds, Sarah conceived and gave birth to Isaac. Her laughter of disbelief transformed into tears of joy, a testament to the faithfulness of God. The birth of Isaac was not just a personal victory for Sarah but a powerful affirmation of God's unwavering commitment to his promises. This miracle, born out of a long season of waiting and questioning, underscored a profound truth. God's timing is perfect, even if it doesn't align with our human understanding. Section 8. Sarah's Legacy, Lessons in Trust and Triumph. Sarah's journey, though unique in its details, speaks to the universal language of faith. Her story teaches us to trust in God's timing, to surrender our limited understanding to his infinite wisdom. We learn that doubt is not the opposite of faith, it is a part of it. Sarah's life reminds us that it is in our moments of questioning, our seasons of waiting, that our faith is refined, and our spirits are strengthened. Section 9. Our Journey of Faith, Embracing the Promise. As we reflect on Sarah's life, we are invited to examine our own journeys of faith. Are we willing to trust God, even when we don't understand? Can we embrace the waiting, knowing that he is working behind the scenes to fulfill his promises in our lives? Sarah's story, a testament to God's faithfulness, beckons us to step into the fullness of our own faith, knowing that with God, all things are possible. If this video encouraged you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more biblical content. What part of Sarah's story speaks to you the most? Discuss in the comments below.